Hello students. Today we'll be doing the first chapter of supplementary book of class 6, that is A Pact with the Sun. A tale of two birds. What is the meaning of the word tale here? Tale means a story. This chapter is a story of two birds and it's a very interesting story. It is the story of how two birds, that is two siblings, they got separated and they grow up with different people. As they grow up, they inculcate different values in them. They become like the person with whom they lived. Okay, so this story gives us the moral that a person is known by the company one keeps. We are known by our friends. We slowly and gradually we also inculcate in us the values which are there in our friends. So friends, let us start the chapter. A mother bird and her two young ones lived in a forest. Once upon a time, there was a mother bird and she had two young ones, two siblings, and she lived in a forest. The mother was killed in a storm, and the young birds were separated from each other. Once there was a storm and the mother was killed. Two birds they got separated. They were flown by the wind to different places. Each found a different home. Each bird found a different home, and he started growing there only. There once lived a bird and two newborn babies in a forest. Once upon a time, there lived a bird. She had two newborn babies. They had a nest in a tall, shady tree, and there the mother bird took care of her little ones day and night. Now they had a nest in a tree, in a tall, shady tree, and the mother bird took care of her little ones day and night. The mother bird used to feed, provide them good care. One day there was a big storm. There was thunder, lightning, and rain. One day, what happened? There was a big storm, and there was thundering, lightning, and rainfall, and the wind blew down many trees. The tall tree in which the birds lived also came down. The tall tree in which there was the nest of this mother bird and two young ones, two babies, also came down as the force of the wind. A big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the bird. A big heavy branch fell on the nest and the mother bird was killed. Now the two babies, they don't have anyone to look after them. Fortunately for the baby birds, the strong wind blew them away to the other side of the forest. Fortunately, for, because of their good luck, the two baby birds, they were carried away to other side of the forest. They were saved. If they would have been lied there only, they would have possibly been died. But they were carried to other side of the forest. One of them came down near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. Now one bird was taken to a cave where a gang of robbers lived. He started growing up there. The other landed outside a Rishi's ashram a little distance away. Now the other bird, he came outside. He landed. He was brought towards a ashram, towards a Rishi's ashram. In this way, two siblings they got separated from each other. One got the company of gang of robbers, and another got the company of a rishi. They were flown to two different opposite places. Days passed, and the baby birds became big birds. Now, with the passage of time, slowly the birds they grew into big birds. One day, the king of the country came to the forest to hunt. He saw a deer and rode after it. One day, what happened? The king of that country came to the forest. We know that in those times, hunting was a favorite pastime of the kings. They used to come to the forest to hunt. And he saw a deer and he started riding after it. It ran deep into the forest, followed by the king. Now, the deer ran into the forest in order to save his life, and the king also followed the deer in order to catch him or hunt him or kill him. Soon the king lost his way and didn't know where he was. Now, in an aim to catch the forest, to catch the deer, to kill the deer, the king entered inside the forest and he lost his way. He didn't know where he is going, and he was lost over there. He rode on for a long time till he came to the other side of the forest. Now, he kept on riding on his horse for a long time till he reached to the other side of the forest. Very tired by now, he got off his horse and sat down under a tree that stood near a cave. Now, after riding for such a long time, still he didn't get the deer, and he was very tired and exhausted by now. And he got off his horse and sat down under a tree to have a rest. That tree was near a cave. Suddenly he heard a voice cry out, "Quick, hurry up! There is someone under the tree. Come and take his jewels and his horse." Now, the tree under which he is sitting, in that tree, out of two birds, one bird was sitting on the tree. And this bird was the same bird who has got the company of gang of robbers. And he said, quick, hurry up, there is someone who is sitting under the tree, and come, he seemed to be a rich person, a wealthy person. Come and take his jewels till he runs away. Before he runs away, come and take away all his jewels and his horse. Hurry, or else he will slip away. So he's instructing someone, he's asking someone to come and take away all his jewels before he runs away from them. Or he says that, come, otherwise he will run away. The king was amazed. The king was surprised to listen to that sound. Who is that, and whom he is calling? He looked up and saw a big brown bird on the tree under which he was sitting. He looked upside who is there to find out who is there, and he found a big brown bird that was sitting there. And this bird was the same bird, the baby bird of the mother bird. And he was asking his friends, his fellow friends, that is the gang of robbers, to come and rob this person. He also heard faint noises issuing from the cave. He also heard some noises which is coming from the cave. From the cave, that means the robbers, the gang of robbers, they are coming to loot the king. That is the usual thing they do every time. Whenever any person, any traveler comes to rest under that tree, the people, the robbers, with the help of the bird, they loot and plunder the person. He quickly got onto his horse and rode away as fast as he could. He was panicked, and he quickly got onto his and he ran away from there. He wanted to rest, but now he cannot rest. Otherwise, his life will be in trouble. So this is the value that this bird has inculcated. That means robbing the people, or giving instruction to his fellow friends to rob whoever comes to rest under the tree. The king was amazed to hear a similar voice again. He came to know the bird's true story. Now the king was surprised that this kind of voice is coming, and he learned the entire story. He met the Rishi, who explained the behavior of each bird. Then he went to the Rishi, who explained him that these two birds are siblings, but because they got different companies, they have different values in them, and they are completely opposite to each other. Soon he came to a clearing which looked like an ashram. Now, running on his horse, he comes to a place which looked like an ashram. It was the Rishi's ashram. This ashram was the same Rishi's ashram, in which ashram the second bird was flown. The king tied his horse to a tree and sat down in its seat. Now he thought that he had come near the ashram, and this place might be safer than the previous place. So the king tied his horse to a tree and he sat down to rest. Suddenly he heard a gentle voice announce, "Welcome to the ashram, sir. Please go inside and rest." Now, then what happened? The king was sitting there, and he heard a gentle voice, a humble voice, which is asking him to go inside and have some water and rest, because the Rishi has gone outside and the Rishi will come back, will return soon. There is some cold water in the pot. Please make yourself comfortable. So this bird is so good that he asked him to get inside the ashram and to wait for the Rishi. He can feel himself comfortable, he can rest over there, and he can also have some cold water from the pot. The king looked up and saw a big brown bird in the tree. The king looked upwards, and he was amazed that a big brown bird was sitting on the tree, and this bird is as good as a human being. This has humanitarian values. He was amazed. This one looks like the other bird outside the cave, he said to himself loudly. This big brown bird looked exactly like the previous bird, but their nature was completely different. Though their looks are different, their nature is different, because this bird has inculcated the value of the Rishi, and the Rishi will teach good things to this bird. So he has learned humility, to provide hospitality to others, to be good to others, to be kind, to be helpful. "You are right, sir," answered the bird. "He is my brother, but he has made friends with robbers." Now, when he was talking to himself, when the king was talking to himself, that this bird looked like the other bird outside the cave, that was heard by the second bird, and the second bird replied that, "Sir, yes, you are exactly correct. You are absolutely correct. That bird who is sitting on the tree near the cave is my brother only, and he has become friends with robbers. He now talks as they do. He doesn't talk to me anymore. Now he talks the same language as the robbers speak, and he doesn't talk to this good bird because their values doesn't match." Just then the Rishi entered the ashram. It was at this time that the Rishi came to the ashram, returned to the ashram. Now, moving forward, "Welcome, sir," he said to the king. "Please come inside and make yourself at home. You look tired." Now that Rishi came and he welcomed the king to his ashram, and he said that please come inside, please visit our ashram and make yourself at home. You are very exhausted, you look very tired. Possibly you have come from a long journey. You can rest for a while over here, then you can share my food. This is what the Rishi told to the king, and this was his qualities. The king told the Rishi the story of the two birds and how each had behaved so differently, though they looked so alike. Now, the king is so very surprised that he told to the Rishi that there are two birds sitting on two different trees, and they look so alike, but they behave so differently. One was helping his friend to rob the king. Another one is helping the king to make himself comfortable and to rest and to have some water. The forest is full of surprises, he said. So the king was surprised at these two opposite behavior, and he says that this forest is full of surprises. The holy man smiled and said, after all, one is known by the company one keeps. The holy man, that is the Rishi, he said, yes, this is true. What you are saying is true, because one is always known by the company one keeps. You are known by the friends you have, because you slowly become like them only. That bird has always heard the talk of robbers. He imitates them and talks about robbing people. That bird has stayed with the robbers. He has heard them talking, and he also follows them. He imitates them. Whatever they say, he imitates them and talks about robbing people. This one has repeated what he has always heard. He welcomes people to the ashram. This bird has lived in my company, and he always repeats what I say. I do good to the people, I show kindness to them, and so does this bird also. He welcomes all the people to the ashram as I do. Now come inside and rest. I'll tell you more about this place and these birds. In this way, the Rishi explains the story of two birds, how they have inculcated different values, and he asks them to come inside and rest, and that he promises that he will be telling more about that place, that forest, and those birds. So, this is the chapter, and we have come to the end of the chapter. I hope you have understood the chapter well.